The eye, whether on a human being, a mammal, or an insect, it is the most amazing thing in the universe. In fact, it was Charles Darwin, the one who came up with the theory of evolution, who was quite perplexed about the human eye and even indicated that it could disprove his theory. Here's exactly what he said. To suppose that the eye, with all of its inimitable contrivances for adjusting the focus to different distances, for admitting different amounts of light, and for the correction of spherical and chromatic aberration, could have been formed by natural selection seems, I freely confess, absurd in the highest degree. So what is that word, inimitable? Well, it means it's something so good that it's impossible to copy. And that's exactly what Darwin thought when he saw the eye, impossible to copy. Now, further on in his book, The Origins of Species, Darwin did say it was ultimately natural selection, whatever that is. Only a person or a living being can select something. He said that that exactly is what created the eye and everything we know in the universe as far as minerals, rocks, planets, human beings, everything evolved. And of course, he was still stumped, obviously, that's why he brought it up, because the human eye is so complex. There are over 2 million things in the eye to make it all work correctly. Which brings to the point, what were animals or insects doing while the eye was developing? How were they finding their food? For human beings, 80% of what we learn comes from seeing things. And by seeing things, we can imitate, we can create language, we can read, we can do just a lot of things. And if you look at the eye, you have the iris. The iris is what constricts and expands to that hole there to let light into the pupil, and all those have to be working together. And then, of course, if you go to, you have a lens in the eye, just like a camera. And how was that lens formed? How does natural selection do a perfect lens to focus light at a specific point? And of course, that light goes into the gel in the eye, and then it hits the back of the retina. Then you have the optic nerves that take that light on the back of the retina, and it has to interpret what that light coming in is. So that object you see, that house at the end of the block, well, the mind has to interpret what all that light means, and the shapes and the colors. And of course, you have the muscles around the eye, where we can move the eyes and track things. And of course, that's inside of a very complex socket and a skull that protects it. And liquid, the tears that keeping it lubricated so it's not too dry. And then you have tears to bring out some of the contaminants. It's just so wonderful, fearfully made. In fact, it comes from the Bible, Psalm 139, verses 13 and 14. For you formed my inward parts. You covered me in my mother's womb. I will praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. It is obvious that this is engineered. The eye is engineered, whether a human, a mammal, an insect. It is just so complex. And I'm not stumped like Charles Darwin. Nope. To have something engineered requires a creator, an engineer, someone who made it. And I'm just going to trust in the God of the Bible that he not only made the human eye, but all of me and all of the universe. So, God bless you.